Oh, well, hello, my darlings. Here I am. That caught me off guard a bit. I put it on and that was very quick. But here I am. How are you? How's everything in your world? Tell me about it. Make the comments. Love your comments. Love your comments. Love, love, love. Now, got a little bit to talk about today, darlings. And the title of it today is Options for the Here and Now. The four R's. 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 The four R's. So we'll look at that. We'll take a little look at it. That's been coming for me. Interesting what happens when I'm coming up for doing the midweek video, and even sometimes the other one as well, about a day before, sometimes a night before on the other one. Pardon me, I get all these downloads, and but sometimes, or often, more often than not, during the week, it all starts happening. It all starts, coming in and downloading, and then it pops up here, there, all over the place. So here I am. It's popping up, and has been for the last couple of days, big time. And I'll fill you in on a little bit of mine, what's happening. I am going to upload the pictures. I've been trying to work out how to do it. I'm not sure I'm get them onto this video. If I don't, I'm going to do a separate video with a whole bunch of pickies on it, and then you can just download the video or whatever and look at the pickies ordinarily. It'll come up separately. So I'll let you know. I'll try and put it onto this video. I'm not sure I can do the edits and get it on or get them on. So I may take what seemingly is an easier way out and do another video that gives me, that I can just load all the pictures on, maybe do a bit of a, anyway, something like that. Now, the thing that's going to be changing, well, first of all, welcome to everybody. Welcome to wherever you are, whoever you are in the world, wherever you are. Welcome to cup of tea today, kids, with the little parrots on it, the little budgerigars, and little Australian parrots. Not water, cup of tea. So welcome wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Morning Cuppa with Wallace. It's not quite the morning, but it'll be morning somewhere. So, pardon me, I lean back on that. Now, what's been happening? Well, I want you to tell me what's been happening in your world. I'm going to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion, wanting to get to 15,000 subscribers. So love to have your input. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Some people have been unsubscribing, probably don't want or get overwhelmed with notifications. So there's been a bit of that happening, but it'll build. It will build. Be positive, as I, encourage you to be positive about your life. So, pardon me, all that's happening. So it will build. It will over time. It just takes time. But yeah. Anyway, so hopefully we'll. What are you doing down there, Bubbikins? So hopefully it'll be. We'll get there to 15,000, and then onwards and upwards from there. Just keep going so that we can get to the point where, all those other lots and lots of other people have got a huge amount of subscribers, and that's fabulous. Love to be there in time. The other couple of other things, I've just redone and put out a new cover for Channel Wisdom from the Soul, which is available on boldnotold.com.au. I've lowered the price on it. It's a download. It's a book with all of the Soul Wisdom Oracle cards in it, how to use it, how to do the whole thing. And So I'm hoping that you'll go in and take a look at that. And if you like it, it's there to download. I think it's 1997 or something like that for the download. Pardon me. It's got all the 44 cards in it. It's really, really fabulous. I am going to be putting out some soul wisdom card readings in the not too distant future. I'm going to be putting those out on video. So I did do them at one time. I'm going to go back and see if I'm happy with that. If I am, well, then they'll be sorted, and so we can sort something with those. And that's actually a reading from me on every card. So we're going to be looking at that, putting those up as well. But if you go into boldnotold.com.au, then you will find the on the front page, you'll see the book and the click for it where you can click through and purchase that. Okay, that's a little bit about that. Haven't sorted the interviews and things yet. Haven't gotten around to that. My life's been a bit full of a lot of things to take care of. I have a fairly busy life. Sometimes I think too busy, but it always seems to be, heaps to do. Pardon me. And a bit lately because there's been a few, get-togethers and a few things like that, which have been wonderful and lovely, but a lot of work. So that's a little bit about that. What's happening? I decided recently to sell my car. The car that I had, I bought another car. Pardon me. So I put my current car up for sale, and that's been up for a little while, and I just sold that to a lovely man and his family for his daughter, who wanted one like this, like I have. And anyway, it's off having a roadworthy at the moment, and that is that's been very interesting because it's need a little bit of work on it. Okay, and I'm sure some of you have been through those sorts of things as well. Now, if you enjoy the show and you enjoy my chattering and my digressing and going off, wherever, well then hit the button, subscribe, and perhaps pop over and buy me a coffee. You don't have to spend a heap of money over there, but you might like to go over and buy me a coffee. That's a little bit of housekeeping, bit boring sort of stuff, I suppose, is it? All part of the deal, all part of what takes place. I did tell you what what the title of today is: options for the here and now, the 4 R's. So this has been channeling all week to me, and I'm going to tell you what they are in a minute. Do you love the R? In a minute. And I've also just randomly picked out 4 people I'm going to do a 1 card reading for. So I'll be reaching for the cards in a little while, and I'll be shuffling those and doing a 1 card reading for just 4 random people. I used to do this and then I stopped doing it for a while. But anyway, I'm back. I like doing it. I like doing the 1 card readings, or sometimes it's more than one. Depends what comes to me and what goes on. But I like being involved in your lives, so to speak. I like giving you what I get or what spirit gives me. And yeah, okay, so should we get on with my topic for today? Oh, the other thing is that, and I'm setting it up at the moment, I run around like a mad thing yesterday all day trying to find the cord for it because I haven't used it for ages. And in fact, since we moved into the house, almost 6 months now, we've been here, I haven't found it. But anyway, and I'd put the laptop away because I use my bigger computer, this iMac thing, and but I want to start doing. I want to set it all up, my laptop, and I want to start doing some of my videos from various other parts of the house. And the way I can do that is to do it on is to record on the laptop. So I'm setting all that up. So hopefully next week, um, or even Saturday when I have my other bigger one out, it'll look different because I'll be sitting somewhere else, or I'll be somewhere else in the house, and tell you where it is, and then and that'll give it a bit of variety, hopefully, and it won't be just me sitting here with this backdrop. And this is fine, but I thought that it would be nice to move around. And if I get the laptop going, it means that if I go out, or I'm out of the house, or out, I could be out in other places and do the video, and that would be nice, wouldn't it? I've got a couple of places in mind, and some other areas. And I thought that might be very, very nice. You might like that. So I thought once I get the laptop up and running, well, then I'll have the laptop, and also I'll be able to show you the cards when I pull them out, which is much more easily done than this, big screen here. Okay, all right. So the 4 R's: retraining, reframing, repurposing, reinvention. Okay, if you want to write those down: retraining, reframing, repurposing, and reinvention. And I'm thinking about what they've been giving me, um, and how absolutely brilliant they are when they pass on things to me from non-physical, and they just drop all this stuff in, and I think, whoa, wow. So then I got talking to people about the fact that in our lives, most of us, and even those of us that are a little bit older, and I specifically want this to really sink in for you fellows, because look, not at any time in our life, not any time in our life, do we have the luxury, and I'll call it a luxury, do we have the luxury of just sitting back and putting our feet up, and we don't have a care in the world, and there's nothing that bothers us, and there's nothing that we want, and there's none of that stuff going on. We don't have the luxury for that, because our whole purpose for being here is to come as creative beings, and to be creative, and to keep being creative with our lives and with those things around us. So what they've been giving me is this whole, retraining, reframing, repurposing, and reinvention. So if you're feeling, this is a thing that's for now, now in the world that we live in, it's become very, very important for us to co-create with one another and create for ourselves. And I've been doing that. I'm exactly like you are, and I think it's really, really important. So I look at people and go, well, there's nobody that is in a job today, a job, is working in a job, that job will be the job they'll be doing until they take a golden handshake, or they leave, or they move on um, from their job in retirement, or whatever it is that people are aiming to do. It won't be a job or a vocation or something you train for that you spend the next 30 or 40, if you're younger, 30 or 40 years doing. It just won't happen. It's not a world. That's not the world we live in. So many people will be retraining and reframing and repurposing and reinventing themselves, probably 3 or 4 times in their lifetime, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a good thing, because we're meant to be creators. we're meant to create. We came as creation. So we're meant to be creating. So I'm just simply saying to you that right now, if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling frustrated and you've turned the news off because you don't want to watch the news, and you've not only turned it off because you don't want to watch it, but you really want to opt out on the world, you really don't want to know anything about anything that's going on, you've had it. I mean, you've really had it, and you don't want to know a damn thing. You don't want anybody to talk to you about it, and you just want to, you want to put yourself in a, in a space where, leave me alone, don't prod the bull. But life isn't like that, and we can't do that. Our involvement in things and our involvement in the world is really, really important, because we're here to do that. We're here to contribute. We're here to do those things in whatever way that is. And I get it that we all get fed up. I get fed up myself. I mean, we're all in that boat. Um, we all feel that way, um, if you will. From time to time, we all become overwhelmed, or we all get like, I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. Just leave me alone. I just want to, stay indoors, stay in my house. Don't tell me anything. Don't give me any news. Don't tell me anything more. I'm fed up with it all. I really am. So I'm suggesting that this might be a really, really good time for you to, reinvent. If I look at the things that I do, I'm always thinking about how do I maybe take something that I have and repurpose it or redo it, like I've just done with the book. And how do I take what I'm doing and keep moving it around, sort of, refurbishing or reinventing things. Um, we have to. Things become very stale in our lives if we don't, if we don't reinvent in our homes. If we, if we look around and go, it might be time to get a bit of new furniture and spruce it up and give it a coat of paint. Everything we do, darlings. We become, tired, and we need to be refurbished and repurposed, and we might be time to go out and buy yourself a few new things for your wardrobe. Might be time to maybe get rid of all the black and put in a bit of colour, or it might be time to um, you know, take a look at the things in your wardrobe that you have and go, well, who am I really? Am I expressing myself through those clothes? Am I expressing, like, I, all the time, I just automatically do it. I express myself through my clothes and jewelry and everything all the time. Look, won't I show you? I've got my leather pants on today, and my I don't know whether you can see them. Look, my little boots with gold chain on them on today, and some leather pants. Why? Because I love it. And I'm always, and here on my jump, look, on my top, I've got, this long shoe. I'm in the shoes today. So are you a bit bored with what you've got in your wardrobe? Are you a bit bored with yourself? And sometimes if you're bored with a whole lot of other stuff, we're often, bored with ourselves. So it's not a bad thing, maybe head to your wardrobe, darlings, and take a look. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, woman or man. It happens to us all. It's the same with the blokes too. They get, I've seen men and I've thought, oh, love. I said pet. I said love. Polish the shoes and get out of the stovepipe pants and put on something with some nice pleats in the front, something that's got a bit of panache about it. Um, or get out of your jeans. You don't have to be wearing jeans day and night. put on a nice pair of pants and a pair of loafers. Um, there's just so much we can do. And if you're living in America, I lived in America at one time, as I told you. If you're living in America, then it's absolutely brilliantly fabulous because there's so much stuff there that's so reasonable and cheap, and so many op shops and so many places to buy from. And if you run out of ideas there, there's plenty online, isn't there? So if you've been in a job and you've just come out of your job and you're thinking, I'd still like to be doing something, take a look at all the skills you've got. Take a look at all that you've amassed. They were reminding me this week, and I was talking to people who were a little bit older this week, reminding them that all of this applies to us too, because we're in a position where we've had a lot of experience and we've done a lot of things in our life, and all of that is so valuable. And how do we, what could we do to package that, and how could we help people with things? How can we help people with that? What what is it that we can do to lift people up? What do we do with our own lives? How do we do that ourselves? And I know for me, I mean, every now and again, of course, I get into that dressing room of mine that I love, and I get in there and I, have a big tidy up. Or, well, I think it's a big tidy up. I could probably do a bit more, but I'm just about to sort of, drag out all the shoes, and I've got a lot of them. Drag out all the shoes and go, well, who's my size in shoes, and who can I give some shoes or boots to, and make way for something else, or just simply just time to, for some of the things to go that I just don't wear. Although, having said that, these little boots that I've got on with gold chains on them, I've had those for quite a few years, and I've hardly worn them. And some friends were here the other day having lunch, and we were talking about, we're always, talking about fashion and all sorts of stuff, because that was where I first started off. And so we talk about those sorts of things, and out came, some of the bits and bobs, and out came these boots. And when they came out, I thought, oh, I haven't worn those boots for ages. I really should wear those. I was thinking about giving them to my friend. And then I looked at them and thought, oh, I've got so many things that'll go with those. I need to get them out and wear them. So I did today. Um, so I'm just saying to you that I do similar things. And I think in this environment and the world that we're living in at the moment, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for us to look at what skills we have, what are we doing, what do we have, and are we stale? Have we become stale with what we've got? Is it time for us to do something else with what we've got? How can we repurpose, refurbish, reframe, retrain, and reinvent ourselves or what we do? Not everybody goes off and works in the field that they were trained in. It may be an ancillary thing to that. I remember when I was studying law, that 40% of people who do law degrees don't work as lawyers. They take jobs in the corporate area, or they go off and do things for themselves because, those skills are, those skills are beneficial to them. There's a lot to be learned from all that. You use it in lots of ways. Now I'm going to shuffle the cards. Does that make sense? I wanted to, that's been coming. So that's what they gave me to tell you. I hope it didn't bore the bloody pants off you, but I just sort of feel, no, there's a message in there. They always give me a message. I'm confident there's a message in there for quite a lot of you, or some of you. There's a message in there. You've been a bit stale. You've gotten a bit stale. Ignore them, and you were you didn't know where you were going. What the, WTF, and you were looking for how to solve that, and perhaps my talking about those today and get you thinking. Write it down. Write down the 4 R's. pardon me, and, you know, write them down separately, point by point, and then leave a bit of space between them, and then fill in how you could, you know, what sort of retraining could you do? It mightn't be a lot. Mightn't be a lot. You know, one time when I was doing some coaching with people, I used to get them doing an exercise on a similar sort of thing. You know, retraining. You know, what do you need to learn? What sort of things could you retrain on? What sort of things could you do? I'm doing courses and doing things all the time so that I can, learn more things about what's going on around me because, like um, social media and all sorts of things. So, retraining. What do you need to do what do you need to retrain in? What course can you do? What do you need to do? And then you jot it down under it, reframing. How do you reframe what you're doing? You might be, in sales or doing something there, but it might be that you've learned a lot in there, and perhaps if you change that around, you know, you might repurpose it and you might do some teaching, or you might, do something else. If you're reinventing yourself, you simply might look at it all and go, no, I want to kick all this to the curb. I'm sick and bloody tired of it. I want to do something else. Put it on a bit of paper, fill it in. Let me know. Tell me what you Tell me what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Okay, Sandy. Sandy Belch. That's what I wrote. Balch. Sandy, you know who you are anyway, don't you, darling? I'll just put my paper over there so I've got a bit of room. I'm shuffling the cards for you, darling. Okay, what have we got for Sandy? Okay, a couple of cards have fallen out. I'm going to put them out. Okay. All right. And I'll tell you what they are in a minute. I'm going to put a couple of cards over top. I call this a one card reading, but it often gets a little bit out of hand if they give me things. Okay, 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands here, right? This one here is a card of celebration. This card here, though, this is a bit of, so what's going on around you? So you've got things going on around you that are challenging. That's what this card says. This card, 5 of Wands, said to me, there's a bit of hustle, bit of hassle, not hustle, hassle. There's things going on around you that yeah, see this fellow lying here? There's a bit of toing and froing. But this card here says to me that there's going to be a good outcome to that. So don't get too concerned about it, is what it's telling me. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles here and the Queen of Cups. Now, these two cards that came out earlier and this stuff that's going on around you, was it going on around money and something? Was there something going on around um, uh, things that you want to do? I'm getting new growth. Okay. They're telling me, I'm going to just close this door a bit. They're telling me that it's around something that you want to do, and there's a bit of pushback on that. All right, there's pushback on it. But don't worry about it because it does have a good income. And these two cards here, Knight of Pentacles. Well, this, fellow here, Knight of Pentacles, is about money. Money. Pentacles, money. And this woman here, the Queen of Cups, this is the Queen of Cups. So don't let the emotion get you down. You're in control. Okay. I think the issue here is about feeling a bit lost in it all, but I want you to know you're in control. What does all that mean? No idea, darling, but I'm hoping that it means something to you. Okay. Now, this next person is user, USER, user McLeod. You know who you are. So I'm just Shuffling the cards for you. I don't know what your first name is. User McLeod. Okay, and the cards I'm using today are the old style tarot, which I just love. I love the imagery on these cards. I do love them. I used Rider-Waite for a long, long time, but I've taken to these and I love them. So, User McLeod, let me get into that and do this for you. Okay, what's going on for User McLeod? Okay, tell me what's going on for User McLeod. Tell me what's going on for User McLeod. Oh, okay. All right, so we've got Nine of Wands, right? Nine of Wands came out, and the Hangman, this fellow here. Okay, so, well, okay, all right. Okay, so what I'm getting here, yes, look, what I said today applies to you. All those things that I said about, the 4 R's, write them on a bit of paper, because those words that came today are very, very applicable to you, because this hanged man is about feeling stuck, life being a bit up topsy-turvy, upside down. And the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is a bit of feeling, feeling stifled. So, what did I say in the 4 words today? So the Fool card came out. Love, love, love the Fool card for you. And the Fool card is about new beginnings. Okay, so there are new beginnings, and if you're stuck, which you have been, and you are feeling very stuck, I want you to write those words down. I want you to fill it in, applicable to you, nobody else around you. I don't want you filling it in for significant others or whoever else. That's what's coming. Thank you. But I want you to do it for you personally, okay? Because new beginnings, new beginnings. And is there a house involved in this? Are we looking at moving, or is there a house? Are you looking at moving house? Mm. Okay, I get that. That's what's coming. So you're thinking about moving house. This is new beginnings, new beginnings. Those 4 R's, the refurbish, the repurpose, the reinvention, that whole thing. Darling, 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 it does apply to you big time. Now, I'm going to do one more before I bore you all to tears. Now, who's the next one? Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann. So, Lisa, if you're listening, and I don't mind, darlings, give me feedback. No idea what I'm talking about at times. All this stuff just comes, and I've no idea, where it's coming from and what it's really all about. And in fact, I try not to edit, because let's get this door open again. And you just calm down, young lady. Okay, all right. Okay, what's going on for Lisa Ann? There's always a reason these words come. There's always a reason they channel these words to me. They give me lots of words. Wordsmith. I like words. I like language. I love our language. I love old English. I love it all. It's probably why Ben Franklin comes every now and again, pays me a little visit. Goes on and on about America's independence and fighting the enemies. He does have an opinion. Okay, all right. Lisa Ann. What's going on for Lisa Ann? Show me what's going on for Lisa Ann. Then I'm going to pull a card for all of us. I'm going to pull a card from my Sacred Forest deck for all of us. But I'm going to stop it, please. You be a good girl. I'm not playing. Don't come into play. Okay. All righty. Okay, Lisa Ann, what's going on with you, darling? Okay, Ten of Cups and Page of Cups. Let's have a little, oh, I love it. Ten of Cups and Page of Cups. So this is all about family, big celebration around family stuff. Emotional. There's emotional stuff going on. But there's a celebration. There's a celebration around family, celebration around, the whole thing. And the Page of Cups, is okay, what they're giving me and what they're saying to me makes no sense to me, darling. But what they're giving me and what they're saying to me is that you're waiting to hear about something. You're waiting to hear about something. Whatever it is, there's a celebration around it. Okay? That's what they're telling me. Okay, yep, there is. Absolutely. There is. Two of Cups and Nine of Cups have been added to it. This is all emotional. You're waiting on hearing. You're a bit uptight about it all, but it is coming, and it's good news. It's good news, and the family, the two of you, this togetherness. There's something around all that. What is all that? No idea. I just know that you're waiting on hearing something, and it's going to be good news when it arrives. Don't get too caught up in it all. But there's a lot of cups here because there's a lot of emotion going on around it. And you and your significant other or somebody around you, I'll say significant other, you've been having lots and lots and lots of conversations about this. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Okay, now, hope that's helpful. No idea what it was all about, but you're the ones receiving it. Cover that up, do that. And so, what am I doing here? I want a card for us all, for each and every one of us. I want a card. Show me a card. Pull out a card for the co-creation, for the retraining, refurbishing, repurposing, reinventing. What have we got going on here? Okay, let's have a look at this card for all of us. Okay, the cards for all of us. I love it. I love it when Spirit says, yep, all right, you're on the right track. I gave it to you. Don't. Okay, dragonfly spirit. Dragonfly has a special meaning to me, and it's about change. Okay, dragonfly spirit is all about change. So the words that came today, the words they gave me, oh, I'm always in awe of what they do. The words they gave me are all about change. They're all about change. And this dragonfly, the dragonfly spirit, is about change. It's about embracing change. It's about it's about, here's the words. It's about saying to yourself, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring on the change. Bring on the new. Bring on the opportunity to create new for ourselves. Bring that on, because none of us would wish want to or want to be part of stuckness and being stale. None of us. So this is about change. Bring on the change. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you for joining me on Morning Cuppa with Wallace. And I best get a wriggle on if I'm going to get this out to you, so those of you on the other side of the world will be having a cuppa while you listen to this. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you at the weekend on the bigger video. Or those of you who just watch Wednesday's Morning Cuppa with Wallace, I'll see you next Wednesday, hopefully on the laptop. Pardon me, I've got little projects I'm doing here. I'll tell you about that next week. See you next week on Morning Cuppa with Wallace. I go with you when you leave here, and when I leave here, you go with me. I take you in my heart. I love you all, and I do hope that what's been said here today is helpful to you and helps you, get stuck into your life, my darlings. Get stuck into your life. Don't bloody let it go stale, and don't let it go by. Love you all. See you next week. Bye for now.